It's Thursday, December 12th, 2019. Let's start off with a big mistake that I made the other day. I wasn't on this video, I was sitting in front of the computer somewhere else, and I decided that this looked like a wonderful buy setup. So I entered Wednesday morning. Here, let's go down to an hourly chart. So here's what happened. Um, so I bought very early on in the first half hour. As it gapped and crapped and went straight down and hit my stop loss. So all that happened was it was earnings day. I didn't check earnings, and I've done that so many times. I changed the color of my earnings up here. Maybe it'll catch my eye a little better. Once again, this is one of those demons that I need to work hard to eliminate. So the only open position we still have is the spiders, which we gave a wide stop, and it continues to chug along. It's very happy today. We have a bit of a topping tail on there. We'll see how that plays out by the end of the day. Flexion, I made a mistake there when I sold that. I believe it was Monday. Yeah, I looked at this bar after the open and I was assuming it was Friday's bar and it wasn't. And I put my stop at the just below the low of that morning. Let's go back here. Yeah, so I put the stop below the low of the morning and it pierced it, then proceeded to rip back up. Once again, I just wasn't careful. I think I was rushing. So I have to make sure I don't do that. I use delayed data, so once in a while I guess I got confused. Anyway, it was still a winning trade, but I could have gotten a lot more out of it. Um, Continued up for 2 more days. So maybe the proper stop would be right around here. It's putting in an evening star today. We are extended from the 20 MA. Here, let's clean that up. There, I drew that on this board. So max extension occurred back here in November, and it's due for a pullback according to max extension. Let's see what it did today. Yeah, so it was above it. Of course, the day isn't over. And we'll just have a quick look at some of the other trades that I've closed and see what they've done since I closed them. Seagate, that's setting up for a short now. That would be a nice sell setup. Let's look at. I've modified too. I had the three V stops, and that was the volatility stop on price on the 17 and 34 EMAs. I've modified that and I've gone with two V stops. So the volatility stop is on the 20 simple MA and the 40 simple MA. I think it's a simpler indicator. So right now, Seagate on the daily, we have a red light on the 20, but the 40 is still rising. But that looks to me like basically a double top, retest and failure, and perhaps we have a sell setup here. Let's go back to our naked chart. That would have been the best sell setup right there in hindsight. But we're going to add this to sell watch. So reward to risk is not great right now. If I put, that'd be 2.35% risk. 3.1% to the first target. And I definitely look at this belt hold bottom level as a hard target as well. I don't like the reward to risk there, to be quite honest. Microsoft, we sold that, it pulled back, and now it's higher. Looks like it wanted to break out today. We have this little resistance level, which was pierced. Let's have a look at the hourly and see what's going on. Yeah, so I did a big evening star. We're going to add this to buy watch. 1. And our alerts today, here let's look at XLK also. That's doing what Microsoft did. So it pierced through resistance and it's currently under resistance. We're going to add that to buy watch 1. Let's have a look at our alerts today. There's a Canadian stock EFN, broke down through this trend line. Nothing to see here. I guess we can't trade these anyway. I can't paper trade them. Honeywell, that's a tough one too. That looks like it wants to go lower to me, but here, let's get our V stops. So we had basically a confirmed down here, but it has recovered, or it's not continuing down. And on the weekly, strong, so we're going to leave that alone. EVH, that's one butt ugly chart. And Teradyne, that looks like a potential retest and failure of this trend line. Let's look at the weekly. It's a very strong chart. It's just been chugging up, so that would be, I'll put that on the sell watch, but I don't think we're going to do anything with that. Yeah, that's it. I'm done. Have a great day.